What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tell It How It Is, No Filter. I am your host, Voice of Reason, and I appreciate you joining me. I always do. How's everybody feeling out there? We living, right? You woke up today, you living. If you're watching this, you should be grateful because you up, you alive.
Blessed Sunday. Happy Sunday.
You don't say the days.
Oh.
But it's all right. It's cool.
All
It's
right.
cool. I got a wonderful guest with me today. You know, I'm glad she was able to join me. You know, this is a busy woman right here. Her time is calculated, so for her to take time out, I'm grateful. So why don't you tell them your name? Give a little rundown real quick who you is.
My name is
Talk up.
Tanisha.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently retired from Department of Correction. I was there for 20
Wait, clap it up. Go.
I'm a deputy warden. I was there for 24 years. It'll be 25 years, April 1st. And right now I'm just living life. I'm
That's
having
fine.
fun, just enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Tell them that journey, like briefly say, you know, from day one to the day you was done. Like, did that go quick? Everybody always say, oh, it goes fast. Like, how was that ride for you? Did you feel like, thank God? Did you feel like at points where it's like, it is moving fast?
Yes, definitely it moved fast. From day one to present, the first day was, anxiety rushing through the door, like you nervous, you don't know what you're walking into. And then I was so young that, I was, a little afraid that, people wouldn't be able to take me seriously. However, we're all from the street, so if you have street sense, then you can make it. Like, it's about having book knowledge and like common street knowledge as well. So it did go easy. It went fast. The longest time I had was when I became deputy warden. That was in 2015 because your responsibilities changed. No longer are you just looking for the care, custody, and control of the inmates. You're also now in turn responsible for the assistant deputy wardens, the captains, the officers, and the inmates. So your responsibility just changed. Like it
That's
just,
fire.
Goes throughout the door. So.
You got any crazy? You got to, I know some things you probably
Super
can't
crazy
talk about.
stories,
Give us something
and
crazy.
I'm kind of still on the book, so I'm not gonna really go into.
Give us something. Can you give us something that was wild for you though? Like, what was a wild scene for you that you could talk?
So a wild scene was actually it was a snowstorm one year. One snowstorm. So we pretty much don't go home when the snowstorms come. We spend the night in the jail. So around the 36th hour, we were on our way to go home, and then an inmate committed suicide. So then it just stopped. So then we just had to spend an additional 8 hours there. Like it was crazy. It was horrible. But then outside of the other stories with inmates getting cut all the time, but that's pretty much
shit.
regular. That becomes regular. Like,
so nothing. Go back to your beginning stages. Like, did something you see ever question if you was gonna stay or leave? Did something ever drastic happen like that where you was considering leaving?
No, because I think I looked at it as a career. Like, you understand? So it wasn't just a fly-by-night job, like a McDonald's job. Like, I pretty much knew it was my future. Like, and I didn't have my children when I first came on the job. I had them a little later on the job. So once you have your children, your family, your foundation, I was married. So it's just everything, you building for your future. So it never was nothing that serious to make me say, I'm giving up,
But now here go my good one to follow up with that. Was that your dream career, or you kind of just fell into that?
I fell into it. I just took the city test and passed. And
what did you want as a dream job when you were a little girl growing up?
I wanted to be a stripper.
That is so not where I thought that was gonna go.
You guys, I was like, I'm gonna be a stripper. But
So
it wasn't gonna be a regular future, but that was one of the things I wanted to do.
To go from that to that is crazy,
Yeah,
huh?
I know. But all of my family, pretty much all of my family are in law enforcement, but they were PD. My mom was a parole officer, or my cousins and stuff was PD. So I guess it was geared to
Kind of geared to set you up to end that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, black women are strong. The stuff that they got to deal with, period. But to also take on a career like that, you kind of got to give her flowers. And to succeed. And to be done. Yo, she's done. Look how my old ass looking. I'm nowhere near done. She's finished and she still got out there with all her scruples.
Yeah,
Feel me?
done.
So again, we're gonna clap it up for a success story like that. That is something positive that we all need to hear, because all we hear about is mostly negative. People are still figuring things out in life. You have someone right here that has achieved it and finished. So everybody with city agency jobs, anybody with any kind of gigs that you may feel like there's a lot of time left, you're gonna get to the finish line. Just ride the wave till you get there. This is proof. Proud of you for that.
Thank you so much.
So now, after she gave us that, we're gonna go into things. So how do you feel about this statement right here? We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. That's to listen twice as much as we talk. Do you feel like it's true that you need to listen more than talk and interject?
Absolutely. I think the problem is people don't listen. Like, you listen, but you don't hear, you don't comprehend, you don't even take the time to, like, really. I just feel that a lot of people, when you talk to them, they reverse it to themselves. They don't take the time to pay you attention. Like, I have friends like that, and like they always vent to me, but I never have anybody to, bail me out. So it's important to get therapy as well, like, because
There you go.
you need somebody to talk to. I think that mental health is serious, so you really need somebody to talk to sometimes.
So is that like the remedy, the solution? So if you have this strategy of I will listen twice as much as I speak, that's where the therapy comes in and helps you.
Absolutely.
Because it's better to help people out.
Absolutely.
Very good, very good. You went through that too quick for me. You should
Oh,
drag
sorry.
it out a little
I'm-
bit.
I'm-
But
I'm
no,
gonna
you
drag
did
it
good.
out.
You did good. You did good.
I'm not gonna get to the point. I'm just going to. Yeah.
Right. So if you don't fear death, and that's big because some people do.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't fear death, can you use that same mindset to not fear anything else? We talk about things in life that we can't control. Because I feel like, and I said it in my last segment, that why do we kind of give energy to things that we can't control more so than the things we can? Like, if we don't feel like, not to put you on blast, if you ain't feel like going to the gym, you just ain't go to the gym, right? I was using that example.
But you all put me on blast.
I just made it this one scenario, but it's something you can't control is my point.
Right.
You could control that, so you didn't stress it. You didn't want to go, whatever, you didn't stress it. But now something that we can't control, like if you want your kid to go to the gym and they don't want to go. That's just an example.
So I don't know. That's an interesting question. Like, because I don't fear death. I don't fear it, but I feel death for my children. Like, because of the society we're in and generations has changed over the years. So it's like the new generation doesn't have any respect or rules, or they just disregard life. I feel personally, like, no offense to anyone, but I'm fearful for my kids. Like, I want their successes to be greater than my successes, and I want them to be able to carry out their future and live. Like, I have a 16-year-old son that lives in Brooklyn, right across the street from LG. So it's just like
Lafayette Gardens,
period.
Best Steiner building.
But it's just that we could raise our children, one way, but the streets, if they grab hold to them, it could turn out a different way. And being that I am from the job, and you see people cut all the time, and you see people trying to live fast lives and things of that nature, then I'm pretty much more fearful for him than even my daughter,
Right.
because I think he's at that age where he's just glorifying all this drill music and things like that. So it's just like, damn, I hope my foundation was good enough to, make sure he,
kids. Right. So that's how you answer this for me. Cool. So you don't fear death for yourself, but you fear the death for your kids and their safety. So that means you can't use the same strategy that you use
for myself.
Right. That's good. You responded to that good. So here's another one. How you feel? Rejection is a part of life. It doesn't define your worth. Have you ever been rejected where you did feel like it defines your worth?
Oh yes, I did actually. So I'm gonna use the job again. Like, I passed the Whartons. Like, we have interviews. Like, when you have become deputy warden and above, it's interview process. Like, so it's no longer it's a civil service exam and you take it. You get appointed. So I did pass the Whartons interview. However, the people at the top, for whatever reason, they were being very catty. So then they passed me. So it kind of puts you in a state of depression, but then you know your worth as well. So then you kind of, figure it out and make the best of, your career or whatever situation. But it does put you in a state of depression and stuff like that initially.
So
but
you
then
question it.
Yeah, you question it like, damn, like I know the people, no offense, well, offense. I don't care. Like,
there's no filter. This is
yeah,
called telling how it is.
Yeah.
No filter.
So some people that you see go up, and you know they're not worthy. Like you know they're bums, and but because they're people that they have, you know, it's always about who you know. You know, sometimes like it's about who you know, not what you know.
So let's be a little like have a little fun with this too. Okay. So you did it career wise. Let's use this example in our relationships. So same question. Have you been rejected where you felt like it defined your worth? And it's cool. And talk if you want to get that deep to say how long did it keep you there? If it did keep you there.
I haven't been rejected, so to speak, but I have been in a fucked up relationship. Like, you know, I was married.
There was rejection in it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like infidelity, kept cheating, like, and
so
I kind of blame myself because I was spending so much time at work, and like, you understand, but I know it's not my fault because it's not my fault because I'm providing for my family, and you know, I just elevated, like I just kept elevating, so I just feel like he probably was a weak ass nigga, like, you know,
there's no filter here. Why are you hesitating?
I just feel like he probably was a weak ass nigga and he couldn't handle because I was a boss bitch, like, and it just, you know,
clap it up for the boss. We love you too. So, that's like the only one you really got. And then, how long did it bother you? How long did you sit in it?
For a long time.
Did he use it as fuel to keep going? Did it ever knock you down as far as a career-wise, where things got affected by it? Maybe a mental space and eating.
I think still now to this, like right now, still because not so much the relationship with him, because I just feel like not with him. I'm gonna bring it back to my children again. Like when I had my daughter, I was an officer, so my responsibilities was slim to none. I didn't have anything to worry about. When I had my son, I became a captain, so my responsibilities, you know, increased. So therefore, I didn't give him that same foundation that I gave my daughter. So that's why I'm kind of, when I answered that question in regards of fearful for him, like it's more fearful for him because I don't feel like I was there as much as I should have been because I put my all into the job. And now I'm trying to grab him back. You understand? So now it's kind of different. I'm working backwards as opposed to, you know, I should already be comfortable where he's at right now. Like, you know, like I feel like he's more or less acting out. And then another thing, because when I was with my husband, when he left, it was 2018. So my daughter was already 17. So she already grew up with that. He was 11. So I think he feels some resentment to his dad as well. So, you know, so it's just everything comes back to the job because I put my all into the job and then the basic foundation was left.
Right. So the rejection, you ain't really let it bother you.
No,
It didn't weigh on you.
It didn't weigh on me.
Right. So you dealt with it.
Yeah,
but you do know that this is a fact regardless, that rejection happens and it doesn't define your worth. One person judging you or how they see you does not mean the masses do. Absolutely. And then fuck the masses because it goes back to how you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? So that's very good. I got probably one last one for you. We wildin', we good. What's the time on there? Okay, good. The initial stages, this is a relationship perspective. Okay. The initial stages are filled with passion. The long haul will test your emotional stability. So we all know the honeymoon stage. We all know when we first get started with someone, it's hot and heavy. Do you already analyze and say that you know that your emotional stability is going to get tested? Or are you still going with the flow and then you adjust as shit changes? Because we have to have a strategy throughout.
I adjust as things changes. Like I'm big on energy. Like once I get any kind of inkling that your energy is moving different, I'm gonna move different too. Like I'm such a nigga when it comes to stuff like that. Like I don't wear my emotions on my sleeve. I might go through it internally, but you would never know. Like, cause I'm a boss up and be like, fuck you too, nigga. Like we all moving the same way, bro. Like I'm not gonna let nobody play with me, like at all. Period. Like. But the honeymoon stage is good. I'm really like a hopeless romantic, so I'll be like, oh my God, I love it. Da, da, da. Like I fall in love fast, but I fall out of love just as fast. So it's kind of, you know.
So it doesn't really get to test the emotional stability because once you see, so you're saying that as quick as you went in, as quick as you out.
Yeah.
You don't really fight for it?
Nope.
Not at all?
No. I'm not fighting for it. Like, you can ask any of my friends. They'll be like, yo, she's such a nigga. Like, I'm really a guy when it comes to that now. I probably before...
Why wouldn't you fight at all? I'm not telling you to bend over backwards and really...
These guys be different now. I don't know. I haven't...
Maybe the first sign, that's it?
Maybe maybe I haven't come across anybody seriously since like 2018, since I left my relationship. But I haven't come across anybody that I felt was worth fighting for right now.
Like, see, say that.
Yeah,
okay.
all right. So I probably would fight for something if I felt like it was worth it.
Goes back to big on energy.
Yeah.
So even if the energy was like just a little or
no, a
not
little
really
more,
crazy.
like that's nothing crazy.
Right,
I'm talking about
totally go
yes,
left with
like
it.
yeah, consistent.
Yeah.
Like you know when somebody has a change, like you know when it's a consistent change. Not because everybody have a bad day, so that's totally different. But when I see like the phone calls is drifting away, or you know, you not like it used to be good morning queen, good morning beautiful, and now all of a sudden
morning.
Yeah, GM, like GM, like who the fuck is GM, nigga? Like good morning,
General
like,
manager.
yeah, like
that type of change.
yeah, that type of change.
I got
like,
you.
The same way, because I'm still that chick, so the same way you went to get me, keep me. You gotta keep me, because there's mad people checking for me. Like, not on no cocky shit, but I mean, people do, you know, hitting my line. Like,
how did this whole start? She's a successful woman who has finished her career. Does she have the audacity to be cocky? She's accomplished a huge goal. So it's cool to feel that way. You are done. She's free to do whatever. So it really is on her terms right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's so dope. That's all I got for you question-wise. You could close out if you want to give. Listen, as a black woman, we got these young women coming up these days. You say you joked about before the career you had, you wanted to be a stripper.
yeah, that was a joke. No, it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a career for me. It was just something I wanted to do. Like, but
so give advice to some of these young women coming up, like something you would tell your daughter, or give these women some insight about how they should be moving.
Yeah, because
your
as a
personal
stripper,
opinion.
you can't have a pension. So right now, I'm about to collect a pension for the rest of my life. So, you know, although it looks good from, you know, the fast money, the stripping, the bartenders, all of that, like, it doesn't last forever. And I think you have to have a goal. You have to set a goal and try to achieve it to the best of your ability. You have to have a game plan, 5 year, 10 year, 15, and just move forward with your life. Like, you know, you have to put it into effect and really mean it. The same way we go chase like pocketbooks and shoes and things of that nature, we have to chase the long haul and just know what we trying to become in life, how successful we want to be, and how we want to obtain it.
And lastly, with the marriage, you said that you just dove yourself into work, and work took like a big part of that.
But he was a cheater before that.
All right. Give advice on the marriage thing. So if you have a sister or somebody out there that's married, how would you tell them to move as far as their career and learning how to balance their career and their husband, if he's worth it?
I think that's the key. It's about balance. You just can't hone into your job completely. You have to balance your life. It's really about balancing. Like, you have to balance. Like, because I'm not gonna put all the blame on him too, because I really wasn't at work. I put everything into my career, and I probably played a huge part as well. But you have to balance. You have to find that balance. That's key. That's key to life with any situation, though. Not even with just a job and family. That's just key to life right there.
Balance. Mm-hmm. Would you get married again?
I would, to the right person.
And now that you don't have the career because you're done, you can really pay attention and see what's good, right?
Yeah, and I could put a track on your phone. In your car. No, just play. Just play.
That's dope. So yeah, that's it really. Any last little for like, listen, what would you tell your daughter how to be right now?
I just
finish education in school.
Yeah, because she just finished college. She's taking her LSAT. Well, she's in school now for her LSAT to be a lawyer. But she doesn't take rejection well. Like, she goes into a state of depression. Like, she was interning at a law firm, and they didn't keep her after the intern, and she just shut down. Like, so she's not assertive. I would tell her to be more assertive, and she's very smart, very intelligent, but she doesn't assert herself. So she has to know how to be assertive, because people will walk all over you if you don't stand your ground. You have to stand your ground. You have to be assertive without being rude. You don't have to be rude to be assertive, but you do have to stand up for yourself. Okay. I would say just to everyone out there, just stand up for yourself, stand grounded, stand 10 toes down, stand on business, be firm, fair, and consistent, and everything, you know, we all have our obstacles, our trials and tribulations, but, you know, we all are going to be successful being grounded, balanced, and assertive.
Excellent stuff. Last thing, swear. During that time at the job, were you ever injured in a riot?
Yes.
How bad was it? Not a riot, but any kind of turmoil. What was
Yeah.
your worst injury, and did you have to have surgery?
I had to
Was
have
you out?
surgery.
How long you was out?
For 7 months.
It was a fight or something?
A
What
fight.
happened?
Yeah, it was a fight. A use of force. A use of force. Like we had to use force on the inmate to control him. He was being very combative, and the interim of that, I tore my rotator cuff, and I had to, get surgery. But the payout was good. So thank you. Appreciate you.
There you go. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins. Like.
So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate my guests. If you like any kind of attention like that, you want to give them somewhere where they can follow you, or you don't want to be known, you don't have to. You want them to follow your gram or whatever?
You can follow me on the gram. Is
give your gram.
Dream DREAM _ Cupid CUPIDDD.
Fair enough. That's it. No, listen, guys. No dick pics in the DM. All right. So we out of here until next time. Peace.
Bye.